As professional LEGO mech reviewers, we need to determine what's the best LEGO mech of 2025.
LEGO has consistently given us a lot of mechs over the years with a wide variety. 2025 is no different from a number of different themes, and so Methuselah and I are going to break down our ranking of what we would say is the worst to the best mech.
Let's get to the bottom of it, Daniel Lewa. There are a few sets that came out this year that do contain mechs in them, but aren't the primary part of the set. And we're really trying to figure out what is the best mech of this year. So these would probably not even really qualify in the first place. So those would be here on the screen. I think Tails Cyclone with Metal Sonic is definitely like mech-ish. It just doesn't have humanoid arms as well, even though it still could definitely be considered a mech. So let's go from the bottom to the top, ranking every LEGO mech this year. There are 13. Not bad. Ooh, I love my LEGO mechs, Daniel. Let's just get into it. The Darth Maul mech for $18. Why is this at the bottom, bro?
Star Wars has been doing mechs for a little while now, and it's just not super exciting, especially if you don't get a very desirable new fig.
The figure is cool. I think I like its like pure orange eyes, etc. I mean, we're mainly going off the mechs here, but I think the figures do kind of, the whole set we are still taking into account. It's just weird, these kind of like non-canon Star Wars sets. There probably have been a few before, but the mechs is like, this doesn't happen in Star Wars. It's kind of strange to see, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of a cool figure, but it's just nothing really super different than things that we've seen before.
And guys, sorry if Daniel Leo was upset. He's still upset about the Black Pearl. So yeah, there really are no bad mechs on the list, actually. We should be grateful. What the heck? Because I think the Darth Maul mech is not the worst idea ever. It's an easy way to get the minifig, and you could display it with your Darth Vader and Stormtrooper. Okay, next, Spider-Man mech versus Anti-Venom, which is $15, 107 pieces. I love how they're putting two minifigures into these superhero mechs now. Thank goodness. If it wasn't for this Anti-Venom, this would actually be below Darth Maul, because Darth Maul's looks a little more aesthetically pleasing than this Spidey mech. And maybe it's the fact that we have so many of these mini Spidey mechs already. The Anti-Venom is to die for. Am I lying when I say that?
You're exactly on point, and it's awesome. At least with the superhero mechs, they have been including these very desirable figures, where we'll see some more in a little bit. I don't know why they can't do that with Star Wars. They're priced the same way. It's just nice to be able to get very desirable figures at such a low price.
Well, the funny thing is the Star Wars one's more expensive by $3. And it does have more pieces. It does have 143 pieces compared to 107.
Next is Ninjago Eren Spinjitzu Battle Mech, $23. So it's a little bit more of a premium mech than the other ones. And I believe you can combine this with the other battle mechs that we have. Most of the ninja have their own battle mechs. So that's a nice feature.
Love the Dragonian and Baby Ryu too, but yeah, you're getting a lot of big molded pieces on his kneecaps. Kind of cool color combo. I'm still not sold on the mustard plus molded gold, but Ninjago's molded gold plus any color. Speaking of colors, Cooper's Tiger Mech and Zero's Hot Rod car. Okay. It's just zany in a little bit of a bad way. Like, comment if you actually bought this set and enjoyed it, because we don't know. We did not purchase this. This is going to be a biased list, guys. I'm sorry, it's just going to be a little bit biased towards what we bought. I mean, I bought the Spider-Man mech and it's still down here, but what the heck is going on with these colors, bro?
I have no idea. It's a real mess. It has a real identity crisis, because some Dream sets do this really well, where they have the ability to build it into different things. This one, it's like, you can kind of get a cool mech and a cool car. You can kind of rebuild it into another vehicle, and it's like, none of them work super well. It's just, like, especially the face, really strange. The giant car body popping out of the, I don't know. You get some nice little figs like the Gladiator Grimspawn, stuff like that, but otherwise
I don't want to look at this anymore. I'm sorry. I
Wow.
I don't even think kid version of me would enjoy this either. But the kid version of me would go crazy for Mateo versus Cyberbrain mech. $35, 368 pieces. I would just love like having two of these, expanding on that color scheme of the Nightmare Shark ship, the Nightmare Shark submarine. It's crazy that this color scheme is so good, and in the same theme, this one's so bad.
It has some nice detail too, like the Dreamling that's getting its brain sucked out, it looks like. Mateo being an extremely premium deluxe figure for no reason at all. And some really cool new molded pieces, like that Digi Wave curly piece on the staff.
I don't know, maybe this should be higher, but come on. When we're getting into some licensed IPs, it's a little bit hard. Knuckles versus Dr. Eggman Egg Crusher Mech. Because I saw this thing in person down there. I personally didn't buy it because I already have the other Dr. Eggman Mech, which I think is superior. But the color scheme on this one was actually really nice to look at.
This kind of does the Pancake Hulkbuster, but better, because it's a clear top and Dr. Eggman can actually see out of it, with some nice little interactive features too. There's not really any exclusive figure to go with this, but the figures that you do get are cool.
Any Sonic figure is so premium. So like Knuckles with his dual molded printed legs and his custom handpiece head mold. Dr. Eggman, I think, is a cool fig. Some people say he looks third-party Mega Bloks. I get it. But it's really not bad. We're already to the good category in this ranking, because next is Superman versus Lex Luthor. 120 pieces for $15. I think this one ranks a little bit high, big bro, because it's the return of Superman after quite some time in Lego.
The only Superman set we have in a year where the new Superman movie came out. So fantastic to get kind of a kryptonite type power suit for Lex. It's a little downsized, but a Lex and Superman this year is great. Wait a second, is that the Professor X head?
Yeah, it's
no.
Well, originally it's the Lex Luthor head that Professor X has. So
bad.
I guess he's the OG with it, but yeah, that face is used way too much. But besides the face, the rest of his suit is amazing. Should this have been Lex Luthor's mech instead of Superman's mech? Probably. But, marketing, SEO terms, clickability. I wish the Superman had dual molded legs, though. It's a little weird not having the red boots.
And I will say, talking about legs with these mini mechs, I'm all for having the fixed knees with the small mechs, because sometimes they have made smaller mechs in the past with the mixel joint knees. Like there was a Monkey Kid one a few years ago from the Bone Demon set, and it just keeps falling over because it's top heavy. The knee joints just couldn't support it. So I think for younger audiences, this type of mech it makes a lot more sense, and the knees work really well for this. So I'm honestly not opposed to it.
Well, that was controversial because a lot of people want the mixed-soled legs back. But you're right. I mean, you compromise posability with sturdiness. So I don't know. I think it's evens out either way.
Next is a favorite of mine. It's Zane's Ultra Combiner mech, the spiritual successor to the combo mech that came out a few years ago, which I really loved and have built it back many times. This is an awesome one. Like, you can do so much with it. So many different vehicles you can make. A lot of great variety of pieces. You have Young Dragon Ryu as the head of the mech. Zane is built into it as like a mini mech. Like, there's a lot to really love here.
Everything you just listed is why it's bad. Why do you want Baby Ryu on? This doesn't even compare all to the OG Combiner mech that you have. It's just way much better. Why? Because it doesn't have an uncanny decapitated dragon sitting on the top with cartoony looking eyes, bro, and a little robot in the middle. Like, what? Is that organic? Is that the actual Ryu sitting on top of there, or is that supposed to be mechanical?
Yeah. No, it's Ryu. He's sitting on the back.
But why?
Why not? It's Ninjago. They can do whatever they want.
How is he attached? Just by his neck?
I don't know. I haven't built this one, but
it's
really
uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. It looks uncomfortable for Ryu. Sorry, okay, Ninjago fans are going to be upset that this was not the number one. I'm so sorry.
Well, I mean, I can see people putting this as number one. The value is there too. Almost 1,200 pieces for $100. 6 minifigs and like the buildable Zane character and the dragon. The temple bounty was $200 for only 6 figures. So like, this is maybe the best value Ninjago of the year.
It would have been a lot higher if it wasn't for me. So El Methuselah, so sorry. But we do have Lloyd's jet mech. And these Dragonians are just cooler. I'm just going to say that first and foremost. Those Dragonians are to die for. And you get 2 of them and Kerr, which is dope. But yeah, it's the Starscream Lloyd's Transformer mech, which is interesting. Yes, I watched W Brick's review of this and he really, really enjoyed it. So let's take his opinion into account.
The color blocking on this is just the worst part. I think the build itself, the transforming feature are really cool, and it looks great in both forms for the most part. The jet form looks way cooler than the mech form, I think. But the colors, you don't know where to look. Like, your eye is immediately drawn to the cockpit, and you completely forget that there's even a head on the mech. Like, in theory, you would want to see, like, the head is the focal point of a mech, but the colors just do not guide the eye in any direction besides towards the sword and to the cockpit. So I do not like the color scheme at all.
Well, that's the exact same thing on Zane's Combiner mech is 2 heads. Which one is which? The same argument. Giant gold accessory. It's the same thing. Okay. Well,
no, but the color blocking is way cooler and more interesting on the mech. Like, instead of just banana yellow on Relish? Like,
you're right. This does look a lot more aesthetically pleasing than the Lloyd's jet mech. I mean, granted, Zane's Ultra Combiner mech is the red, white, and blue American popsicle color scheme. But anyways, it's pretty good. I think it's a cool feature. I think they did it well. Minifigures are kind of carrying. Speaking of absolutely carrying minifigures, yes, Marvel Bias is in the chat. Because for $15, Daniel Lewa, you can go on January 1st to the Lego store or your local TJ Maxx and get Iron Man Mech versus Ultron. And one of the dopest, I would say, top three Ultrons ever. Not only that, a dope looking kind of more comic inspired Iron Man minifigure. This is a shoe-in for Marvel fans, bro. Is it not?
Perfect package for these mini mechs. Like, all mini mechs should follow the example of what this sets as amazing value, $15, 2 exclusive, highly desirable figures, and the mech actually makes sense in the context of the figures and the characters. Like, Iron Man could totally be seen wearing some giant mech armor like this, like the Hulkbuster. Whereas Darth Maul running around in a mech, it just doesn't. This just makes sense, and it's cool. It's a very simple mech, like extremely basic, but the colors are really nice. There's just nothing not to like about it.
Yeah, I like the arc reactor in the middle, the blue on the feet, and in his palm. But you're right, that's why the Mechanical War Machine and Iron Man mini-mechs ranked always higher for us, because they just make more sense.
Next is the Fire Knight mech from Ninjago Legends, the new subwave this year, which is a bit of a mixed bag. And this set is pretty cool. It is really cool. The mech is built very well. The armoring is very nicely done. I think one of the standouts is the knee plating, that kind of jagged armor around the knees is very nice. And lastly, the whole idea of having it be this like regal Romanesque statue that you can put on top of a display fighting a sea monster is very, very cool. Having the cape in that shape.
Okay, you can't hate me, Ninjago fans. I got Ninjago sets right behind me. I love all the Titan mechs, but you can't be telling me I have to go spend $120 for a 996 piece set when I go spend $100 and get Cole's Titan mech. And yeah, you're getting Kai from Berserk with the Guts sword and Daniel Lewa's Sig Fig, but it just doesn't matter because those are not minifigs. Those are midi figs because they are mid. I'm not going to go buy this. It's funny how they say, oh, Monstrosity is more adults themed. It's more mature. What about this is more mature than any other Lego Ninjago mech? It's just another Lego Ninjago mech and dragon. There's just nothing even different about it besides, okay, it was built more for display rather than play, which just sucks because you can't take the dragon off the rock, because adults would love to do that as well. Anyway, so I have a couple problems. The mech design itself is really cool with the knees and the shoulders, the angularity of it. But are we spending $120 for this, Daniel? Are we?
I mean, it's all just part of the marketing ploy. If they're aiming it at a more premium bracket, then they're going to price it accordingly.
Okay, well, that's cool. Just an excuse to raise the price, really? Oh my.
But it's not the best mech of the year. It is the third best, so bronze medal.
I feel like I just said a bunch of negative things about it. I like the cape. It's just, I don't think this even compares to the other Titan mechs. That's all. Okay. Second best. Sakuga Builds Bias.
Finally, Monkey Kid's glorious return to the channel.
Erlang's Celestial Mech. I don't know. The Fire Knight mech might look a little cooler for the mech itself. But okay, you tell me what you think about the mechs themselves, Daniel. But for me, it's about the significance of this mech versus the other one. Like, this is Erlang with his dog, with the dog's shoulders, with his staff. Like, there's so much more significance and weight to having Erlang, a celestial warrior, and Casual Tang, Sun Wukong, and Monkey Kid in a metal detector. But so the minifigures are by far superior. I love the design of the mech itself. I really wish it was closer up to the epicness of the Monkey King Ultra Mech, the Monkey Kid Ultra Mech, and Monkey King Warrior Mech. If it was like that kind of grandeur, you'll really feel Erlang's presence.
It's beautiful. I know it is kind of a copy paste for the basic skeleton as the Maze Guardian mech, but I think that this looks even better. It's a little more kind of mythological than that one. The gold being kind of the primary color works pretty well. My one downside is that they didn't incorporate more of Erlang's minifig color scheme, which he had lavender on, and they didn't have any lavender highlights here. I think that would have been really, really nice and made this even a better mech than it already is. It feels so like regal. It's just awesome. And the staff is also very cool staff because that's literally Erlang's weapon in the lore, his spear. And so it's just cool to have a giant version of that, just how like Monkey Kid and Monkey King have the giant Jinyubong.
Yeah, the weapon looks cooler than the Fire Knight mech, unfortunately.
It's interesting comparing the two because they both have capes, they both have a lot of armor. The piece count is kind of comparable if you just look at the mechs that sit themselves, which is interesting.
1 sec, let me get some. A little cameo for my cat Cookie, which is appropriate because she's the one who knocked off my mecha team leader off my counter and destroyed it into 10 million pieces. Or should I say 2,500 pieces, which is what this set was, which I purchased on August 1st for $250. Nice, clean price per piece, and possibly potentially one of the best, if not the best minifig of the year. Outside of a CMF, this is our #1 pick, Sakuga Builds Bias, the mecha team leader from Fortnite.
Oh, well, is it really just Sakuga Builds Bias? I mean, this mech is amazing. When you think of like mechs in pop culture, you think of like Evangelion, Gundam, like these types of mechs that are just big and have presence and power. The fact that Fortnite is able to take all that and add all of this whimsy to it, right from all of the different Fortnite iconography, is just really, really cool.
Yeah, so conceptually, it's just awesome. It's a cool live event that happened within Fortnite that combined the different restaurants and POIs of Fortnite into a Voltron, obvious Voltron style, combining mech. And then Lego decided to do a $250 Adults Welcome Black Box set of said mech. It's just kind of crazy how we've gotten here. I'm surprised how big this thing is. It's bigger than Voltron. And with the mech of this size, it's hard. Like, how do you make the limb secure? How do you make it not fall at every moment and crumble like the Hulkbuster UCS, which will crumble at every fingertip? But this surprised. I'm not sure if this is a new kind of gear system, Daniel Lewa, but it's actually really impressive how it can go forward, backward, and out while staying like really rigid and stuck in place. They put 2 tires on the foot of each foot, so the rubberized keeps it in place along with some other rubber pieces on the edges. The building experience was amazing. It's amazing because it's a mech with not a lot of repetitiveness because each limb is different. The legs, even when the whole thing fell off my counter, the legs were completely intact. That's how stable they were. It's awesome. I mean, I guess there's a lot less like functionality. I mean, mechs really don't have a lot of functionality besides shooting studs, blasters, or if you want to be a transforming mech like Lloyd's, but you can actually open up the torso and have the pilot inside the mech, which is a miniaturized version of the mech.
It's just so perfect. I mean, when you think of features, you bring up Soundwave. We don't include that on this list because it's a character in and of itself. It's not like a rideable mech, but this just ticks all of the boxes. Incredible on display, and like, I don't know, at least Matt, correct me if I'm wrong, but like, you're gonna treasure this for a very, very long time, I think.
Oh yeah, definitely. And maybe people are sleeping on it. I don't see people really at the Lego store going to get these Fortnite sets, bro. I think y'all are sleeping on Lego Fortnite just a teensy bit, which is fair. Not everyone plays Fortnite.
Not everyone reads Journey to the West, so they sleep on Sun Wukong.
We'll allow that for this video only. It definitely is, I would say, the best mech of the year. Probably one of the best mechs of all time. Wait, is this the best mech of all time?
I would say what goes 1-to-1 with Voltron, potentially. But that doesn't have any minifigures, and it's not able to be piloted.
Yeah.
So,
or Cole's Titan mech maybe would be a runner-up because just that posability that this doesn't have. But at this size, you can't really have much posability. So let us know if you agree or disagree or where you would place these mechs. And sorry if we shafted your favorite Lego mech.
Yeah, I mean, it's always going to be influenced by the things that you personally own and have interest in. So if you own the Darth Maul mech and it's the best mech ever, by all means, let us know. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you for our channel members for making this video and ranking possible, who are...
I'm Lidme, MC Go, Uncle Michael, Uncle Norman, Oliver J. the Ginger Lender, Shui Lee, Grandma Susan, Norman Davis, Dr. Dan PhD, Sir Grizz, Richie Rage, Langster Builds, Jaborgius, Mary Kay, J. Jolly, The Brick, Patch, Lego Man Cam, and Cesar.
If you made it this far in this mech-tastic video, put King Gambit in the comments below and you'll be known as a real one.